Hey, how y'all doing tonight? I know you feel wonderful. Guess what? We had another fantabulous day, didn't we? Yes, I said fantabulous. That's my word. I like using that. You can look it up if you want to. I don't know if it's in the dictionary or not. It just sounded good when I first said it. Fantabulous is two words together. Fantastic and fabulous. I couldn't think of anything else to say about how good I felt. So that word just came up. You know how we make up words. We just make them up. That's how they do in the dictionary. Somebody else made those words up. We didn't put it there. And we believed it. And we even go with the meaning they put beside it, don't we? Uh-huh. Okay. Well, that's my word, fantabulous. Because I think all of you just fantabulous. Yes, you are. You know why? Because you are wondrously and fearfully made. God thought enough of you to put himself in you. Now that's something right there. He said, in his image and after his likeness. So you know you look good already. Uh-huh. If somebody say, girl, is it anything you want to ask me? Because you can't tell me nothing. I love y'all. You know what? You know what we decided today? We decided, I'm saying we because I was in the company of somebody. We decided that we didn't want to take the past with us to bed. That's a good idea, huh? Anything that had happened before now, every moment in the going backwards, that's the past. So I decided, I'm going to say me, I decided that I didn't want to take the past with me to bed. When I lay down, I want a clear mind. Why? All I want to think about is how good he is. Yeah, lay down with him on my mind, roll over with him on my mind, and get up with him on my mind. He, meaning the Lord, on my mind. Yeah, because he told me if I keep my mind stayed on him, he would keep me at perfect peace because I trust in him. Oh, my mind, that's a place I love, being in perfect peace. That's wonderful. That means nothing else is interfering. You're not allowing anything to get in and disturb it. You have that power. You know that, right? You know you have an inside thermostat, and you're the only one with the dial to it. You don't have to let anybody change it. You can keep it right where you want it. Your inside thermostat. Yeah, that's a good thing, too. Y'all know what? Somebody might come along in the day or whatever, and the one that you have on the wall that controls your temperature outside of you, they might kind of change it. It might make you a little bit cool. It might make you cold, or it may make you hot, because the things that affect you from the outside, sometimes you can't control that. That's the weather sometimes. But guess what? We're going to have something else to say about that. But the one on the inside, the weather on the inside of you, babies, you the only one with the thermostat. Fix it like you want it. Fix it. Yeah. God is in there. He'll tell you what dial to put it on. He'll tell you what temperature you need at that time. Don't let it go too high, because then that means you will have gotten out of what he said. Sometimes when you allow the temperature to rise too much on the inside, that's called a temper. And sometimes if you let it go from being a temper, it'll keep rising, and it will take you into anger. That's a place you don't want to be. You know why? Because when you get angry, you can't hear straight. You can't hear right. You can't even see straight. You know, you'll start seeing colors. You know what color you'll see? Red. You start seeing anger. That's what most people say. Girl, I start seeing red. Why do they associate red with anger? Because it's hot. It's fire. That is why they associate that color with that. So you don't want to get there, babies. You don't want to get there. I know in the beginning he says, be angry, but sin not. But there's a growth period in there after that where he says, cease from anger. And he started naming a whole lot of other things. Wrath, all of that. Because that's associated with anger. When you get angry, then you start thinking about your own wrath. But that doesn't belong to you either. because the wrath of God would take care of everything that has done you wrong. If you belong to him, don't worry about all that. That's not your category. That's not your lane. Stay in your lane, okay? See, I'm talking about anger. That's not even why I got on here. I started talking about not taking the past to bed with you. That is what I was talking about. Huh? Okay. Let me explain. The past, most of the time, when people are referring to their past, they're referring to bad experiences that they've had. I remember when this affected me like this. And I remember when this affected me. Like, girl, do you remember? You know, when you see somebody you haven't seen in a very long time, and they're still in the past, and they want to take you back to the past. But you say, I don't live there anymore. And they'll say, huh? No, that was the old me. She's not here anymore. She don't live here no more. And they'll look at you real funny until you explain yourself. See, I am a new creature in Christ. Therefore, old things are passed away, and behold, all things are become new. So since that is the case, oh my God, since you're a new creature, you don't have to remember all that because it's gone, it's buried. Don't dig her up. Please don't dig her up. You don't want to look at her again. You want to see the new you. You want to live there, here, in the now, not behind you. Because there are some things behind you that you don't even want God to remember. You don't want nobody to bring it up. You don't even want nobody to know about it. No, you don't. Because if you would have, you would have stayed there. You would not have put on the new you. The new you have some things going on for it, girl. You got some new things going on with you. Some great things. What? Yes, you do. And it's awesome. Be your awesome self. Be your awesome self. Because you know what? In the new you, there's power in the new you. Why? How? Oh, because he's there. He's there in the new you. When you pulled off that old man, and he was the reason why you put the new man on. He was the one who made you new. Because you were connected to him. Isn't that wonderful? You start showing the attributes of him, the one who created you, because he gave you something to hold on to. Remember? Remember that peace? If you keep your mind stayed on him, he will keep you in perfect peace. That's every single day. Every day that you wake up, babies, you wake up with what? New mercy and new grace. There's no such thing as a rollover grace. No, we don't have it like that because we used it up. We used it up, and he was so merciful. He extended it for that day. Did you know that? So no, there is no such thing as rollover grace. No. Every day, he said, is new, is fresh. Every single day, because you're going to need it. We're going to need it, because whatever we face or whatever we go through, we're going to need the grace, and we're going to need the mercy, because we're going to have mercy. One day, if you haven't ever had to have mercy on somebody else, you will. Keep saying good morning. Watch and see. You'll have to have that same mercy. Remember, you'll have to have the same mercy that you ask God for on your behalf. You'll have to have it with somebody else, you know? And you know what form it'll be in? It'll be in a form of forgiveness. What? Yeah. Don't forget. Don't ever forget what God has done for you. Forgiveness was one of those things. He said, if you don't forgive, then I can't forgive you. If you want God to forgive all those things that we've done in the past, and some even now, because every day we have to ask God to forgive us for things we know about, for things we don't know about, for things we've acted on, for things we haven't acted on, for things we've said, for things we didn't even say that he told us to say. It's called disobedience. We have to ask God to forgive us for so many different things. So since we want that, then that is what we must give. We must forgive. You must. You cannot go forward in it. That is bondage to you. It's not bondage to the person that you're holding it against. It's bondage to you. It's holding you in a state that you don't want to be in. It blinds. Unforgiveness will blind you. You cannot see things straight or clear. You see it as something else. It will keep your mind clogged up. You will have to get your mind regulated. You will have to get a gutting out. Because see, forgiveness, that's a bad motor scooter. You hear me? He bad boy. Unforgiveness, it will lead to death. Unforgiveness. You can't even be a kingdom child. You can't be a kingdom anything holding unforgiveness. It's not possible. It's not a part of the kingdom. No ma'am and no sir. So you have to forgive. Get that weight off you. Lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily beset you. It's so easy. You have older people who've been holding on to unforgiveness for 50 years. And they still saying, I remember when. How you remember all that? And you can't remember where your shoes are. But you can remember back then. You can remember to hold on to something you should have let go of a long time ago. Isn't that something? Where did I put my purse? Where did I put such and such? But you can remember to hold a grudge. Let it go. It's time, sweetie. Let it go. You have the power to do it. You have the power to let. So exercise that authority and let it go. Let it go. Put it down. Well, somebody might say, well, I don't know how to let it go. I've been holding it so long. Let me show you how easy it is. You want me to show you? I can prove it to you. Look here. See this pen? See how I'm holding it? See how tight I got it? Watch this. It's just that simple. Let it go. It starts right here. Tell yourself, I can and I will because I want to. See that? All you had to do was want to. Do you want to let it go? You need to let it go. If you want to grow, you will let it go. If you want, let me tell you what, give what you want to receive. If you want to receive forgiveness, then you're going to have to give it. Whatever you want, you're going to have to be that. Yeah, and it's possible. Because you know what? With God, all things are possible. There is nothing impossible with him. That's the key. With him. You got to be with him. He will not withhold any good thing from you. He won't do it. That's his word. It's a good thing to be forgiven. And it's an even better thing to forgive. Remember that. Keep that in your pipe and smoke it, as the old folks say. Don't let go of it. I'm going to tell you, hold on to forgiveness. Hold it. Make sure you have it. And then give it out. Yeah. Give it away. Give forgiveness away. Because it's better to give than to receive. Yes, it is. Because you know what? God will not allow you to outgive him. You can't beat God-given. You can't do it. You just can't. You know how I know? Because he was the first one that gave. He taught us how to give. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever, you got that? Whosoever. See, you can't pick and choose who you want God to forgive. You cannot pick and choose because he's the one said, whosoever. I'm going to stop right there with the whosoever. You may not want Chicken Little over here to get forgiven. But if he say Chicken Little is going to be forgiven, that's what he mean. And you may not want Turkey Lurkey over here to make it in. But guess what? If Turkey Lurkey is forgiving, he's forgiven because he has forgiven. So you can't tell God who to forgive and who not to forgive. Just because you mad at him, just because you have the grudge, let it go, babies. I'm telling you that for a reason. Let it go, because you're hurting you. You're hurting you. Your body feel whatever you're going through, whatever you choose to hold on to, your body will experience that. Yes, it will. And you wonder why sickness is clinging to you, because you won't let stuff go, baby. Let it go. Watch and see, don't your head stop hurting. Let it go. You can breathe. It feels so good to be able to do that. It feels marvelous to be able to breathe. When you let it go, just let it go. You will find out that when you let things go, when you let sleeping dogs lie, that's for those who act like they don't know what I'm talking about. When you leave it alone, when you put it in God's hand and let him take care of it, he's got it. He can do more with it than you can. He'll cast it like you want him to do the things for you that you want God to forget about you. Oh my God. Me, I know. If I want God to forget stuff about me, see, I'm good at that. I was told once that I had the gift of forgetting. And I said, well, thank you. I sure appreciate it. That's an honor. That's a compliment. Say, you forget everything. Yeah, I ain't holding on to nothing. I don't want anything that's going to weigh me down, that's going to make me too heavy to go up. No, sir. Not doing it. I'm not going to live down here in this and then miss going there. No, nothing and nobody is worth all of that. You have got to see it that way. If something is holding you, keeping you, let me say it like this. If you holding on to something that's going to keep you from going up when he say, meet me, because when you look up and you still holding on to unforgiveness, it's too late. You too heavy to go up. Because he said, what? The dead in Christ going to rise first. And then those, the ones that's done what he said, the ones, then you will be caught up to meet him in the air. But if you hold it on to something on purpose, if you hold it on to something other than what he said, it's going to be like a weight that's holding you down. It's going to be like bricks that I see in the movies. They tie them to their feet because they want to keep the body down after they done did something they ain't got no business. And we don't want no evidence of it. Wait a minute. It'll be like a brick and you'll be held down. You will not go forward. You won't go up. No, ma'am, and no, sir. But you want to go up, babies. You don't want to stay down there. Oh, my God. You don't. See, this forgiveness thing, that's for the one that's doing the forgiving. It's not for the one that you are forgiving. It's not. Because that's on your record. What they do is going on theirs. It's not going on yours. What you do and don't do is going on your record. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. That's what's going down. That's what's being written. Every word, every act, every inaction. There are dates. There are times. Oh, my God. Did you hear me? Everything. Don't think you by yourself. Don't think nobody is looking. Don't think nobody is booking, because they are. They looking and they booking. Hallelujah, sweet Jesus. Oh, yeah, that's the truth. That is the truth of the matter. Don't think you in the room all by yourself, honey, because it's somebody that's watching. Everything you do, every thought you have is being written. It is written. So if you want something on your book, then you do that. Then that you don't want on your book, don't do it. Don't do it. I kid you not. Don't do it. And I'm telling you all this out of love. Yeah. He said I would. that he want everybody to prosper. Hell was not made for man. No. It was made for the devil and his angels. And should there be people there, it'll be because they chose to be. Yeah, it's a choice. Everything is about choice. Choose ye this day who you're going to serve. Choose. You got a choice. He didn't say that to anybody else but man. Isn't that something? And heaven wonder, what is man that you're so mindful of him? Why do you care so much about man? So much so that you gave up your son, your only son, for the very ones that said crucify him. For the very ones you gave up your son, the very ones that he walked among, the very ones that he touched, the very ones that he healed, the very ones that he fed, the very ones. Those were the ones that said crucify. And he knew what? He knew they were going to say it. But he's so God. He's so loved. He said, I'm going to do it anyway. Because they're going to need a way to be redeemed back to my Father, to their Father. What? And I'm going to do it anyway. That's your anyway blessing. You got it anyway. In spite of, because of, anyway. Anyway. I love you all. And I'm always going to come to you with what the word has been, that the word that's been spoken to me to give to you, because I aim to serve. I love serving God's people, and that's who you are. Keep that in mind. You his. He loves you. He loves you. He's proven that already. He don't have to come back and die again. One time was enough. It was enough. So give him glory and give him praise. Give him honor. He said he'll dwell in your praises of his people. He'll stay right there. He'll never leave you, and he'll never forsake you. That is his promise to you. Yes, it is. I love y'all. I love you. Remember, you are blessed beyond measure. Because what? He's an unmeasurable God. You can't measure him. He's so wide, you can't go around him. The earth is his footstool. Yeah. You can't go under him, and you sure can't go over him, because he's the most high God. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's the one who said, let there be. And there was. Keep that in mind. Y'all be blessed. I love you. I'll talk to you in another time, and it won't be long. Okay? All right. Share. Share what God gives you. Don't forget to do that. Share. And I heard some people say, like it. I want you to love it. What? I want you to love the word that you receive. Tell somebody. Go be a blessing to somebody else. Yeah, go and be the reason why they smile. Yeah, give it away. Give your smile away. Don't cost you anything. Give it away. Yeah, somebody else needs it. Give it to them. Okay? Good night, y'all. I love you.